Welcome to the Badass Direct Sales Mastery Podcast with your direct sales dom, Jennie Bellinger. Badass Direct Sales Mastery is a podcast for rockstar direct sales moms who are determined to make their business kick ass. Jennie will share her knowledge of effective sales and recruiting techniques, tips to get what you want from your business, and will interview direct sales professionals and leaders from various companies. The interviews will give insight to how these rock stars got to where they are and where they plan to grow in the future. And now, the direct sales dom, Jennie Bellinger.
Welcome back to another episode of Badass Direct Sales Mastery. I'm your host, your direct sales dom, Jennie Bellinger, helping you whip your business into shape. And today I have with me Zeph Martin. And Zeph and I actually met at a local vendor event. And when I saw his product and what he was doing, I had to know more. So we set up a time to chat. I learned more about what he's doing, and I knew that you guys would also be interested in hearing about, first of all, the company and the product, and secondly, some of his story, because it is absolutely inspiring. So Zeph Martin is a father, a founding member of Cili By Design, and has a degree in business from Southwestern Illinois College. His son lives with special needs and has been his inspiration for his business. So I'm just going to get to talking to Zeph, y'all, because I know you want to hear from him more than you want to hear from me. So Zeph, welcome to the show.
Hello, Jennie. Thank you for having me on Badass Direct Sales Mastery.
Oh my gosh. I'm so happy to have you here because I'm not kidding you. When I met you at Dr. Laura Shipley's event at her, I think it was it was ladies' night event. That's what it was. And I saw what you had and what you were doing. I was fascinated. So how did you get into Cili? And by the way, for people who are listening, Cili By Design, it's C-I-L-I. So it's not goofy silly, but it's C-I-L-I, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's Cili By Design. That's C-I-L-I by design.com. But yeah, so I've been with this company basically since it launched. It officially launched in September 21st of 2021, I believe. It was right after COVID.
Oh, wow.
So we officially launched. We've been doing a lot, helping a lot of people. But what's so funny about how I got started with this company is, me and a couple of friends, we knew how big the cannabis industry is. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. So just like a lot of people, they want to try to find out how can they get into this business legally, So I had a grandpa. He's passed on since then. But I had a grandpa that was with Cili By Design. And I had a cousin that was like, hey, call grandpa, get you where you need to do because he know a lot about the laws and things like that in the cannabis industry. He actually worked next to Governor Pritzker, Illinois.
Oh,
He knew
wow.
a lot about the laws and things like that. So when I gave him a call and I was talking to him, and the first thing that he said to me, he was like, I hope you're not calling me for $1 million. And I was like, nah, grandpa, I was like, I'm just trying to, get some expertise. And I know you know a lot about it. So this concept, he was like, well, I can give you an opportunity. He said, but it's kind of up to you if you want to take it or not. So very smart man. So we get to talking. Somehow we got on my son. He said, perfect. He said, I want you to try this product. He said, he talked to me about business at the same time. It was things that he had most people want. He had a boat. We lived up in Chicago. He was a country cowboy. So he was down from Mississippi. So, he was a very, very important man that was in my life. And so I'm listening to him. And so he goes, we get on my son and he said, try this product for him. If this works, you have all the answers that you need. So, he really guided me. He mentored me while the product was coming. I didn't know a lot about network marketing. So as the product was coming, I wanted money. I wanted to be able to take care of my family.
Yeah.
got the product and things like that. So I gave it to my son. My son had cerebral palsy. He was on a few medications. And so when I gave him a product, I started seeing some changes. And so it was about 3, 4 months in, I was getting ready to fill this prescription. And so I go, I'm not going to fill it right now. I've been trying some products. I want to see if it's the product that's changing or is this a conjunction of both of them that he might be both. And what he used to do, if you ever seen anyone who has involuntary movements, sometimes they can hurt those,
Yeah.
by attacking themselves. So as a young father, me having to deal with that, it was very hard.
Mhm.
And so as I'm giving him the product, things just start changing. He stopped hitting himself with that. So I'm like, I call my grandpa, and I'm like, hey, grandpa. I said, man, this stuff is really doing something. I said, I really don't know what it is. I said, but it's doing something. I said, he's starting to be more calm. He's starting to be more focused, on things like that. And start getting letters from his school. And they was like, he's not doing this anymore at school and things like that. So I'm like, I might be on or something. And he was already still mentoring me as a business person as well. And so this is how it took off for me is the love for my son. I see how this product worked for him. I started taking it family now. I'm really blessed that we have ran into a product.
That is so awesome. So there are a few things that jump out at me from your story. And I want to start from, how your grandfather introduced this to you.
Yeah.
And I bring it up this way because what I often see with people in direct sales and network marketing is they often try and jump into the let me show you and tell you how awesome this thing is. And what your grandfather did was he worked with your curiosity, right? He said, I have something for you if you think it might work, right? And it's like, that's going to get somebody to kind of, I call it either the head tilt or the eyebrow test, right? If you can get somebody through what you say to either tilt their head and look at you with a puzzled look on their face, like that's the curiosity thing, or their eyebrows to raise up because they are surprised, like, oh, this is not the response I was expecting from grandpa, right?
Right.
Right. He played on that curiosity piece, right? And got you to ask him what he was talking about, right? And it helps if somebody already has respect for the person doing that, right?
That's right.
So I just want to point that out because that was a really brilliant move on your grandfather's part to be able to have that conversation instead of doing what other people typically do, which is just start verbally vomiting. Oh my gosh, you've got to try this product. It's the most amazing, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Right? I think I have a solution for you and your son. Are you open to it?
Yeah.
And who wouldn't do something for their child?
That is correct.
Right? And then the second thing that jumped out for me is that you did this with your son and you saw some big changes and scientifically went through the scientific process of eliminating variables to see, like, is it the product or is it the medication? So let's pause the medication and see. And the responses the positive responses continued.
Yes, it
So
is.
that is phenomenal. Now, you approach that from a position, because one thing that I didn't read in your bio, but I know about you, is you do have a background in healthcare. So it's not like you're just randomly making decisions on your son's care without having some background in that. So I don't want somebody thinking, oh, Zeph is being an irresponsible father, but no, he has some background.
Yeah, I got some background and going into the homes, you see in 10 to 15 medications that's, that they have to take out the day and things like that. And so I had a heart for it. And when I was with network marketing, got this product, I'm like, I got to cover my mouth, right? So,
Yeah.
and I had to make a decision when COVID happened, and I was already this product started in 2020. And when COVID happened, a lot changed. I didn't have the option to work from home. My
Mm.
job required me to be hands-on with the company. And so, like I said, I had a really good mentor, really changed some things for me. And I had decided that being at home was the best. I kind of took on this network marketing, and I've been loving it ever since. It gives me the leverage to do what I need to do for my son, to grow for my son. I got to stay healthy for him. And so it's been a journey, and we definitely loving every bit of it.
So then I'm sure now the Badass Crew, so that's the name that my audience has given themselves, is they're the Badass Crew. I'm sure
Yeah.
they're very curious about what Cili By Design is offering then, because that sounds like a pretty life-changing product if your son with cerebral palsy is having fewer negative symptoms while being on the product. So what's the main product? Tell us what it is. Like, how does that work?
Okay, so Silly by Design is very different than the norm that's out.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm just gonna go through just a couple of key things that just set a lot of other things out there. So Silly by Design, we are cellular nutrition. We don't have any pills in our product. We don't have any fillers in our product and things like that. So with our product, it made up CBD and CBD, okay, and it's encapsulated in water.
Mm.
Okay, so that's very different than water soluble. Them are the things that you may have to shake up, and then you have the things that's infused. Okay, we're none of that.
Right.
So we are key to really move forward the body in a cellular position. And product offers great nutrition to the body. So yeah, but the body is, they say the body is made up of, 66% of water, our
Mhm.
organs and things like that. So what not a better way to get nutrition, to the body than water. That's what our product is encapsulated with all the vitamins and minerals and things like that. So that's what this product is offering to the body. It's offering hope to get better that people are looking for.
No, and I love it. And so, of course I got to read your the form that you filled out. And so, and you and I have had conversations. So I know the main product is called Swish, and it's called that. And this is my scientific background because I used to be a science teacher once upon a time, a long, long time ago. And so the product is actually absorbed through the tissues in the mouth, which means there's a higher absorption rate because, anybody who's been listening to the show knows that I've had on people from a variety of different companies. And this is not the first time we've heard about sublingual and buccal absorption, which means, the product is absorbed either from under the tongue, or buccal means the top of the mouth, the roof of the mouth. And so if somebody's swishing it around in their mouth, their body is absorbing those things naturally through the sublingual and buccal processes. And there's a higher absorption rate than if you were to just drink it and swallow it.
Yeah, that's funny that you say that because that's with our product. It only takes a teaspoon of our product to get its daily nutrition. And by switching it, you're getting 99% absorption. It's going directly to the cells,
Wow.
okay, which is very important. You have over 3 trillion cells that's within the body,
Yeah.
and we're going to all of the cells within 5 minutes of our product just by swishing it for 30 to 60 seconds, and then
Right. That's amazing. And I can see how that would be more beneficial for people because, if you look at the absorption rates of tablets, pills, capsules, I think it's like 14%. Like, it's insanely low from what I've heard because I'm also very familiar. I have a friend who runs a med spa where they do, intravenous, you know, hydration and nutrition, right?
Yes.
So somebody can go get themselves stuck directly with an IV, and even that still doesn't have as high an absorption rate as what you're talking about.
Yes,
She was
yes.
talking about like 70% for IV, and you're talking about 99% absorption. That's insane. I mean,
Yeah,
in a good way.
yes, it is. Well, we got really good scientists that's on the team. It's four scientists with a collective of 9 PhDs. And what they have been able to do with these products is they've been able to nano size these products less than 10 nanometers. That's really the type of really tiny because the nutrition that we take nowadays, they're so big that cells can't absorb that. But what the scientists have been able to do is break those components down, and they're able to now size them less than 10 nanometers, and then they encapsulate them in water.
Wow. I so want to see that like under a microscope. I want to know what that looks like. I'm so insanely curious about that. So that's the product now. So that's all the science behind it for the people who are interested in. I mean, I'm sure there's more science behind it. If people want to go check it out, they can go look that up, I'm sure, on the website, which we will include in the show notes. But what I want to move back to now is then your journey through the business side of it. So I know you mentioned that you were able to get started with the company before they officially launched. So you've been with them since pre-launch. Your grandfather introduced you to them in, before launch. They had launched in 2021. What has your journey been like since 2021? What are some of the experiences you've had that you want to share here?
Oh, Jenny, you wouldn't believe
Okay, let's go.
it. I mean, it's been a journey. I love it. It's been ups and downs, but being in network marketing for the first, now it's been almost 5 years. It's a learning process. You
Yeah.
know, when you go to school and you try to get a degree and things like that, you just don't walk on to school and they hand you a degree, you got to learn.
Yep.
If you want that bachelor's degree, might take that 4 to 6 years. So, that's the mindset that I have or that I had going into this business. I have also been I've been in hospitality business management and restaurants and things like that. So I understood business.
Hmm.
So I understood coming in here, I want to make money. I knew there was going to be a process. When they had the system that they had in place and I was able to look at it, and I was already looking at business myself. And so when I seen everything was done for me, the only thing I have to do was just learn how to do it. It was just the easy fix for me. And like I said, it helped my son. So I'm like, I really need to learn about this product regardless. Why is he acting like this? Why is he changing like this? So with me being able to educate myself and information that I receive from the company, I'm able to understand what this product does and what it's doing for me.
Right. No, and I think I love the point that you make, which is you didn't go into this as okay, this is a get rich quick scheme, right?
Yes.
It's because I've done over 300 episodes. People who are listening and still listening and have listened for a majority of the show know network marketing is just like any other business. It's
Correct.
You're not going to get rich quick. There's effort, energy, there's a learning curve getting started. But I love the point that you made that, hey, I just spent 4 years, 6 years, however long somebody would go to school, right? To get a business degree. Like, who am I to spend any less time working a business to make it successful?
That is correct.
I love that. Okay, leaders in the badass crew right now, that this episode should be shared with your entire team just for that analogy alone. Hello. I mean, oh, that's awesome. No, I love it because really, people are willing to dedicate. They know going to college, they have a goal. They want that college degree. You don't get a college degree in 6 to 8 weeks.
That's correct.
You don't get a college degree in 90 days. You don't get a college degree in 6 months. You don't get a college degree in 1 year.
It is correct.
And people are thinking that they can just jump into a business and just like be killing it in 7 weeks.
Another thing that it's great that that you reach those goals of the degree that you want. That's not what I'm saying. When you make yourself, what's the thing when they say you get a job just to be over broke?
Oh, yeah. JOB
the
is
JOB,
just over broke. Yep.
Just over broke. That's great to have that college degree that's behind you and reach for those goals. But the thing is, you're leveraged.
Yeah.
You're leveraged by being at work. And if you're making that $200,000 a year, go ahead. I'm not going to stop,
Right.
but you're leveraged what you're able to do. Network marketing gives you that leverage. It gives you the ability to work for your retirement, a better retirement.
Right.
It's just not all about making a quick dollar. It's how can I live comfortable and how can I stay on the streets the longest to enjoy what I have done.
Yeah. No, I think that that's a really valid point that, one of the things as a coach in the industry that I hear from a lot of people is I want to take my network marketing business and have it replace my job, right? I hear that a lot. How many people actually do it? Not very many, because it requires a lot of work, a lot of effort, a lot of energy to put into a business that builds the momentum to get to the point where they are making enough money to replace a job, right? And I love the fact that you talk about having your job, whether it's part-time or full-time. The network marketing business allows you to leverage that position because, first of all, I tell my clients all the time, don't completely poo-poo on your job, because it is a place where you meet people, you talk to more people, you have more opportunities, right, to grow and expand your network. Because I will tell you, as somebody who is running my own business from home, I have to intentionally go meet new people, right? I go out in the community and I do things like ladies' night so I can meet people, other people that night as well. I'm going and networking virtually all the time so that I can expand my network, right? Whereas if I was working at a job that introduced me to new people all the time, that would accomplish the same thing and I get paid to do it.
That's right.
Right. So, having a job, and interestingly enough, I was just on a big call and virtually maybe right around Christmas time, I think it was. And there was a gal who came on to the call. Her name is Suzanne Evans, and she is a massive, massive name in the coaching industry. She helps speakers get onto stages and build a 6 and 7 figure business. And one thing I know about Suzanne Evans that not a lot of people know about her is in the past 18 months to 2 years now, she also has been working a network marketing business in addition to her 7-figure coaching business.
Yes.
Right? She's sitting here with a business that's doing multi 6 figures and 7 figures and working a network marketing business. Right?
That's
because
crazy.
She's able to leverage both of them to help each other out because she's meeting people in the network marketing space who want to become speakers. And she chose a fashion company.
Yeah.
Because she's talking to female speakers who want to look fashionable and be comfortable on stage.
Easy
Hello,
fix.
right? So I love your point to say, look, your job is not necessarily the enemy. It could be a leverage point for your network marketing business. I think that's Phenomenal. Oh my gosh. Well, there's so much more to the story we could continue talking about, but we don't want to keep our badass crew from continuing on what's going on in their lives. So we'll just have to have you back another time to give an update on how your business is going.
Yes.
So before we go, though, because Cili By Design is still on the grow and not many people know about it, you are offering a complimentary 3-day sample of the Swish product for any of the badass crew who wants to check it out. That is awesome. Tell us more about this opportunity.
So if you email me at Zeph, ZEPH 4 at ymail.com. And if you email me, of course, I'll respond back within 24 hours. So what we'll do is we'll send you a free sample of our product. It's of our flagship product. It'll give you some information about our product. And that way it gives you the chance to try it and see, maybe you might see some results overnight.
Yeah.
Probably might see some results right then and there. Everyone is different. Okay. So you can't expect a miracle with this product, just like any other product.
Right.
Okay. So try it. But
Totally.
like I said, it's easier on the digestive system. It bypasses the digestive system. So if you take any type of medication or anything like that, we don't interact with the medication because, again, we don't go towards the digestive system. It's absorbed within the cells within 5 minutes. So that's what's great about this product. But yeah, we give you a free sample and you'll receive some information and be able to be on your doorstep. We do ship in other countries right now. We're in a lot of the European countries and things like that. So if you are in another country, still give me a call. We're growing at a rapid pace and we're helping a lot of people. And if you have any questions about what product is which, we have sprays that's for relief. We have serenity sprays for anxiety and stress and some other things that women love that's going through those late stages in life. We got facial mist spray. We got an anti-ageless. Jennie, if I just have a moment to talk about this other product that we have about
Sure.
the ageless, is that okay?
Yeah.
But we have this ageless product. We are the first company, as we know, that the first have its ever true ageless product. It's called Ageless Swish. It has an NAD blend. And what that is basically its components. I just had a brain.
Yeah. No. Well, I wanted to hop in while you're thinking through that because I'm wanting to say maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I started hearing about NAD from somebody.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, like, I'm wanting to say in the last maybe 2 or 3 weeks, I've been seeing a lot about NAD on my social media feed. Like, I've been seeing, showing me videos and ads from different companies for NAD. And, I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, interest peaked. Tell me more.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, from what I've been hearing, NAD is something that, like, really contributes to actually, it sounds like aging in reverse. Like, it actually brings back youthfulness in your cells.
Yes, it definitely does. Has a lot of properties of aging. It's going directly to the cells. And a lot of people, if they know anything about NAD, people are spending hundreds of dollars on that because it's a nutrition that's going directly where it needs to go,
Yeah.
So when we took our protocol and added a lot of other ingredients, it has over 90 cat-based ingredients that's in our product, targets the cardiovascular system, anti-aging benefits, has some weight loss properties that's in there as well. Also has some cell regenerations in there. A lot of people are having, strokes and, things like that because of, things not being able to go through the brain correctly. Our product can hopefully, help with that. We don't make any, claims and things like that, but we just been seeing some wonderful testimonies of people. You can definitely, give me a message and I can send that information out to you. Yeah, we just have a lot of products that's coming out. And so we're still growing, still learning about the markets that's in the health industry that we can help.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. So let's hop back to the gift that people can do. So what they need to do in order to get their complimentary sample of the Swish product is send you an email, which we will include the email down in the show notes. So, my badass crew, you guys know how to get there. Just in case this is somebody's first time listening to the show, all you have to do is grab your phone, as long as you're not driving, click on today's episode, scroll under Zeph's picture, and you will see there, get your free sample here. Now, the sample is free, but the person pays for the shipping, and it's $5 shipping so that they can get their 3-day sample. So it's worth investing $5 to give this a try. I mean, it's 3 days of nutrition that has a 99% absorption rate.
That's correct.
That's amazing. So I don't know why people would not give that a try. So Badass Crew, definitely check this out. See if this is something that could work alongside what you're maybe already doing. And if nothing else, it could be good for your health to do this. So check it out. And it's a company that's on the grow. So why not see what's going on before, it hits the tipping point? Because then it's one of those fun things where everyone thinks it's saturated. It's really not. There's 8 billion people on Earth. There's no such thing as saturation unless you really literally have 8 billion people doing it, which nobody does, not even Amazon. So, Zeph, thank you so much for taking time out of your business. Thank you for taking time away from your son to be here and share your story with us. I so appreciate you.
And thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely. And of course, Badass Crew, if you learned something from today, were inspired by Zeph's story, send him an email. As you know, gratitude is the highest frequency and the most appreciated from our guests. They want to know that they were able to help you through their time here on the show. So send Zeph an email. Let him know that you are so appreciative of his wonderful, wonderful experience and inspiring story. And of course, Badass Crew, you know how this goes. Stay tuned because there's another badass episode on its way.
Thanks for listening to the Badass Direct Sales Mastery Podcast with your direct sales dom, Jennie Bellinger. Why are you waiting to go to badassdirectsalesmastery.com? Don't make the dom get her whip. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to share it with another rock star that you know in direct sales after you subscribe to the podcast so you won't miss any future episodes. You can also check out the show notes for links and any contact information mentioned in today's episode. We'll see you next time.